Welcome in, everybody, to another live edition of 410 Sports Talk. I'm James Haskell, along my co-host Glenn Martin, and DK here running the show. Kind of an impromptu live, because really tonight is just about to give you some updates on the Ravens, get you prepped for the draft, get you excited for the draft, because draft week is coming up. But really cool, we have a big announcement that we're excited to talk about. So we're going to get into all that here in a few minutes. But Glenn, how you doing on a Saturday night?
Oh, doing good. The draft's right around the corner. Got the playoffs on tonight. And I admit, I'm not the biggest LeBron fan, but I respect what he's done. And I can't wait to see what he has for Dylan Brooks after Dylan Brooks
Just
calling
gonna
him
dunk
old
on his head
and saying he had no respect for him. You know, I'm all for trash talk, but you got to show respect to the older, the older guard who really, got the game where it is. But yeah, I'm here. I'm excited about the playoffs, but most excited about the draft and hoping that we're going to get some resolution to the Lamar situation. But it could just be me being hopeful. How you doing tonight, Jimbo?
I'm doing good, man. I'm hanging in there. I had a nice I had a nice run. It was Saturdays are the only day that I test myself for time and distance. The other days of the week, it's just time out with my son. I'm pushing him in the stroller. So this week was good. I had a nice run this week. It was a nice push. So it was a lot of fun. And then caught the rain at the end of it, which I'm pretty sure people were looking at me like I was an idiot because it was just raining cats. So I'm like, people, I don't want to be here. I just got to get home. I got to get home. So I might as well run.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. He dodged the raindrop. Hey, what is that Spanish there? What does that mean?
¿Qué onda? ¿Qué onda is like, what's up?
Oh, gotcha.
¿Qué onda, amigo? ¿Qué onda? Glenn, you got to learn to say, ¿Qué onda, wey? ¿Qué onda, wey?
¿Qué onda, wey?
Yeah, I love it.
There we go.
Awesome. But I wanna take a minute to make a really awesome announcement that I think I know we're all really excited about, and hopefully you guys are as well. That draft night, of course, is this upcoming week, the 27th on Thursday night, and we will be having a live draft party. Of course, first time in 410 Sports Talk history that we're going to be doing it in person with you guys. So we're really excited, and we want you guys to come out and support, have a good time, hang out with us. We're going to be chatting, obviously doing the show live, supporting the entire draft through the entire first round. So we are so stoked about it. Sean Pisker, Don C., Nana, Lisa. We want to see all you guys out there. So DK put this together here. It's going to be here in Canton at Ellie's Tavern. It's not too far from the square if you guys are familiar. The address is here on the bottom of the screen. We'll also have it everywhere along our social media. So come by, hang out with us. Man, I'm so excited, Glenn. This is going to be absolutely awesome.
Yeah, no doubt. Shout out to you, Jimbo, for making this happen, going down there and securing
the location.
Well, my
wife is my muse. She had been telling me for 3 weeks to reach out to these people.
See, that's why they're our better half. Where would we be without our wives? It wouldn't be a pretty sight. I can assure you that. So yeah, shout out to Tanya, but appreciate
I had my hands down my pants eating Pringles, sitting on the couch.
And there we go. She put a little pep in your step. And this place is awesome. As far as I know, is this not the old Cardinal Tavern?
That is. Yep.
You're talking about a location that certainly is legendary in the area, taking over now, Ellie's Tavern, and could not be more excited to finally get to hopefully meet some of you guys in person. Jackson says he's going to be there. We hope to see, all of you there. It's going to be awesome. We have absolutely a lot of guests coming, friends, family, and hopefully some special guests as well.
Yeah. And something really cool that we're going to be doing as well. Yeah. DK will be there. We have the entire second floor. DK is coming in from New York. So we'll have our own bar. They're going to make a special drink for us for that night. We're going to, like the flyer says, we're starting at 7:30, going all the way to the end of the first round. Doesn't matter how late the first round goes. They said they're going to stay open for us. So we will have the entire second floor. Don C., it looks like he's going to join us. We're excited for it. Can't wait to meet you, Don.
We're having a giveaway, guys. We got some stuff planned for you. And I think one thing on the agenda, the grand prize, I think it'll be the grand prize, is going to be we're gonna arrange to get you guys whoever's the first overall pick by the Ravens. The grand prize winner is going to get their jersey. Got to get you guys the jersey.
That's right.
There we go. My man Don C. Beer is on him for the first. I love it. You know what, Jimbo? I might have to let my hair down a little bit here.
That's all right. That's all right. Look,
I might have to get a couple.
The good thing about this, Glenn, I think that you know by now, it's nice that you got somebody responsible next to you.
That's true. That's true.
I mean, obviously you're gonna have family there too, but you got somebody that you got a designated driver at all times. So,
and you know what, one that I can trust, because I've oftentimes, and I'm sure people in the chat can agree, that you'll go to an event and someone will go, all right, I'll be the designated driver. And then a half hour into the event, you look over and that son of a gun is drinking shots at the bar. And you're going, I thought you were and they're telling you how they're fine and they'll be better off anyway. Like, it's a whole thing. So I know that I can trust you won't be doing shots by the bathroom behind my back.
That's right. I have no experience of that.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, you're good. But Sean says, hey guys, miss you guys. Had this second ACL reconstruction, so I've been trying to heal. Hope you guys are well.
Brutal.
That is brutal. Hope you're well as well, Sean. Looks like you're not going to be able to make it, but look, man, if you need a way to get up the stairs,
you can catch us on YouTube.
Yeah. That's right, and we'll be here. So we're going to be doing it live. So we're still going to be, but we're going to be streaming it, right?
Yeah.
And you'll still be able to catch it, hang out with us and stuff like that. But make sure you guys join us, come down and support us. We're really excited. And we just love getting to know one another. And we had a blast at the Chiefs game doing something similar.
Oh man.
Hanging out with Ravens Roost and things. And that was just awesome, right?
No doubt. Yeah. I mean, anytime we can meet people. I remember that was where we met Cakes Mitchell for the first time. And right. I don't think you'll forget the hug he put on you the moment you turned around.
It was an imprint. It was just an instant imprint. It was as if we just, it's so crazy because, Glenn, I think this is interesting. I have a podcast that I listen to, and he said one of the most interesting things about doing this for a long time is that people come up to you, they have a conversation, and you already know each other to a certain extent. I don't really know them, but they know so much about me that we're able to just kind of pick up a conversation. And I'm hopeful that we can have some of those because, I think that's the benefit of creating this community, right? Like it's so cool that this didn't exist before and now it exists.
It's wild.
Yeah, it's just insane. So make sure to join us. Like the flyer says, 7:30 right here in the city. Outside of the actual Ravens draft party, we are the only podcast live streaming a draft party here in the city. So make sure to support us, support your local small businesses.
Yeah, buddy.
And come hang out with us. But it's going to be one heck of a time. We're going to do our very best to make sure you guys are enjoying yourself and prep for us. So DK, you can keep that ticker up if you want, or you can put something else on it.
Yeah, reminding people. Yeah,
absolutely. So that way they can kind of see it throughout the video. But
we do have some Ravens news to discuss.
We do have some Ravens news to discuss. Secondarily, in importance.
Of course. Of course.
Yeah, absolutely.
So let me just keep everybody up to date on what's going on in Ravens country here. Let's see. So I'm going to bring up a little window here. All right. So we've talked a lot about how I thought a sneaky need in this draft was going to be backup quarterback. Of course, when I said quarterback, I wasn't referring to replacing Lamar Jackson. I'm still hopeful that we can get something done for a long-term extension. But I did think that it was very possible they would have to find a replacement for Tyler Huntley. Tyler Huntley was not drafted to run this offense. He was in fact a restricted free agent, but with such a low tender that he was basically a free agent. That really wasn't there wasn't anything holding him to the Ravens that any team would be like, ooh, I can't match that. It's not like the Ravens with Lamar Jackson where they'd have to give up a bunch of compensation. So I thought they were ready to move on. Well, because of that tender, he has the opportunity to sign. And so as we can see here, let's see, I'm going to take down this draft thing here, and we'll keep the ticker up at the bottom. But thank you. We're gonna bring up. I just want to show you guys that we did see.
Oh yeah,
Tyler Huntley was working out with new Ravens receiver Nelson Aguilar, putting in some work together. Looks like they're doing some footwork in the sand. And the expectation is, according to Tom Pelissero of NFL Network, that Tyler Huntley will be signing his tender on Monday. So it looks like he's in line to be, once again, Lamar Jackson's backup quarterback. Jimbo, what's your thoughts on this? Was this something that you were happy to see in here, or was this something that you were hoping for maybe a different backup, maybe time for a new face? I know you're a Utah grad, so you got some.
Yeah, I mean, I can't help it, right? Tyler and I graduated the same year. It was fun to watch him develop as a player. So I'm okay with it because ultimately, Glenn, I think the only other option is drafting a guy. And even if in a best case scenario, you get a guy like Stetson Bennett, right?
Yeah.
It's still a jump from college to the NFL. And Tyler, at the very least, is a known commodity. You know what you're going to get, the good, the bad, the ugly, right?
Yep.
And with Stetson, if you put a guy in, say, he has to come in for a 2 to 4 game stint, and now all of his offensive linemen aren't 80 pounds heavier than every single offensive lineman in front of him. His wide receivers aren't feet taller than every single guy that they're lining up against. You know what I mean? That's the same thing that's always my concern with, some Alabama guys, because when again will you ever get the opportunity to play in such an unfair match consistently? And so that's the only reason why I'm happy with it. Obviously, Tyler is who he is. We know who he is, but I think that that's good as well in that we know what to expect here at this point.
Yeah, and I think there is value to the fact that he's had a lot of experience. There's not many backups that have been around as short as he has that have had the opportunity to play as many big time snaps as he has. So he's played, he started playoff games here for us. So it's not like you're getting, the rookie jitters it could be a factor. At least that he's kind of, in theory, at least shaking those out of his system. So I am personally was okay for a new face, and I was welcoming a change at the backup quarterback position. But if Todd Monken thinks this guy can run his offense, we've seen good things from Tyler Huntley. We've also seen some pretty poor decisions by him as well. So let's just hope that we see
certainly
more
one
of the
that
good.
will go down in infamy, right?
Oh my goodness, the Pro Bowler. I mean, is that just the nail in the coffin of why that? I mean, it's such a joke. As much as I like, have seen another Raven make the Pro Bowl. I mean, that was ridiculous.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I mean, I guess it's not that big of a. It doesn't move the needle that much. But I will say this: I don't think the Ravens will be drafting a quarterback now. Maybe an undrafted ad, but not with their limited picks as it is.
Yeah, for sure. It's going to be really interesting to see how much he plays a role in the fostering the growth of this offense at the beginning, or if like you want and what you're hoping for. I mean, we all want, but what you're definitely hopeful for is that the Lamar situation gets resolved.
Yeah.
Because, as a backup quarterback, you need to figure out every single way you can continue to show your value. So, Glenn, I got a funny comparison here. Backup quarterbacks are like the marketing department for every company, where like marketing departments are so insecure about everything that they always have to show all these metrics in which they're showing they're like proving their value all the time, like annoyingly so.
Yeah.
And that's exactly so. Tyler needs to do everything he can. If one of those things is get in the playbook early, master it, so that way you can help this offense get a jump start. If Lamar's not going to be there, you better dang well do it. I mean, so he's got to do those things. He's got to, continue to show value every single way he can. So we'll hope that Lamar's situation is resolved, but ultimately we just don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. And just protect the ball, Tyler.
Yeah.
Just protect the ball.
Go low, my man. Go low, bro.
Just protect it. And then the other story breaking the last couple days since we've seen you guys last, and one when I first saw the initial headline, I was like, you have got to be kidding me. I'm going to put it up on the screen now here. Odell Beckham Jr. was named a suspect in an assault investigation at some nightclub in L.A. And so that was the initial headline. I'm like, oh my goodness, just what can happen there? But as you can see here, a tweet by Tony Lombardi, the owner of the LA hotspot told them that we were contacted about an investigation and reviewed the videos. The claim is false. There's no evidence of this person even being in the area where she claims the incident occurred. So that's the owner of the club who's reviewed the tape. So it's gotta, I gotta take the owner's word for it that this is just another scenario where Odell is being
exploited.
Exactly, for his fame, for the attention. And
what did he do wrong to her? Did he ghost her?
Maybe she had some advances and he turned. Who knows? But it's good to hear that apparently this is all a bunch of nothingness and that nothing to see here. As far as
thank goodness for that because, like you said, it's like, man, Eric DeCosta. I mean, obviously, I'm sure the Ravens sussed this out beforehand, but those Ravens fans had to think for a split second, like, oh gosh, what's going on here?
Eric DeCosta had to be when he first heard. I don't know how he heard or if he heard like.
Well, I wonder when this happened.
Did it happen a month ago and just breaking now, or did it happen as a celebration?
Do you think that she just, what this makes me think of? You ever seen the movie Get Out? You haven't seen that movie, have you, Glenn?
Get Out?
No, you haven't
seen it.
Who's in
Get Out?
Get Out.
I feel like I
don't know any of the actors. I'm terrible at actors' names, but the point is the main family's goal is to take their daughter and find African American males. She lures them in, and then
I've seen Get Out. Yeah, of course.
They switch the coagula in their brain.
Yeah, where they basically give a lobotomy to the.
Yeah, exactly. Right. So, like, remember at the end when she's like drinking the straw of milk with the Fruit Loops on the side, and she's going through NCAA athletes. Like, is that what this girl did? I mean, if all of this, I'm just saying that, like, the owner of the club literally said he wasn't even there. She's like,
it's brutal, man. LA has got to be a place that these guys have got to know. All celebrities have got to know, that these types of things can happen because of the paparazzi. The level of paparazzi and attention that you can find in LA is unbelievable.
It's crazy. If she was a victim of something, I'm not downgrading that. I also don't want to come off as like harsh, but I'm just saying that, like, if Odell wasn't even there, you couldn't even have mistaken him.
No, he's pretty recognizable.
He's got like Dennis Rodman hair all the time.
Yeah, so good to know that nothing. It seems like it's a bunch of nothingness. So I was like, because I'm thinking, oh my goodness, what's this do to their draft expectations? So, the fact that they don't need a quarterback, to me, that doesn't change much of their strategy because I think they would only have taken one at the 5th or 6th round if one fell into their laps. But nonetheless, it does free them up, I think, for another dart. A lot of times the draft is just that. You're throwing a dart at the wall and hoping that you hit something, and maybe this frees them up to take an edge player that's got some warts in his game, but has some talent that they see, and maybe it turns out to be one of those gems, those stories that we talk about, Dallas Thomas type stories that we talk about all the time.
Fingers crossed, my man. Fingers crossed. That's all you can do. I mean, those were really the two big updates. The other thing we're going to do when it comes to the draft is Tuesday night, we're going to do a full-on first-round draft. And then I think if time permits, we're also going to do I think the most important thing, we're going to do the Ravens draft, top to bottom, but together. We're not going to compete against one another because
Jimmy doesn't want to do that.
Yeah, I mean, it's not very fair for Glenn. Every once in a while, a blind squirrel finds a nut, but you can't get lucky twice sometimes. So, we will do that together.
Jimmy, what happens if we trade, like Orion just said, we sit there all night Thursday, and the Ravens trade out of the first round, and we don't make a pick.
And we had a great night.
That's right. We got to meet a bunch of people. That's right.
That's right. We had a great night. We shared some good times together, and we know that tomorrow the Ravens pick got even, they got even more picks.
So just as a reminder, this Thursday, live draft party at Ellie's Tavern in Canton starts at 7:30. It goes as long as it needs to go. They put a special drink on the menu in honor of us coming out there. We have a giveaway, including whoever the Ravens' first rookie drafted will be a jersey giveaway to a lucky winner. It's all night. We'll be hanging out. You'll meet me, Jimmy, DK will be there, and hopefully a bunch of you guys will also be there as well. And man, it's going to be an absolute blast. I couldn't be more excited.
I'm so excited that I'm going to allow people to address me as Jimmy.
Jim. Oh, dude, you're going to be Jimbo Slimbo in that building. Get ready for it.
Gosh.
Yeah.
It's totally fine. That is all right. But yeah, come out. Look, and if you want to like, bring friends and family, invite whoever you want. It's not, we want everyone in the community to be there. There'll be a lot of neighbors, around the bar that'll be there as well. So, there's no real limitations unless we absolutely.
You got to be an adult though, I think.
Yeah. Well, actually, you can bring your kid if you got teenage kids, like bring them. The upstairs has like
Oh,
darts
really?
and yeah. So yeah,
I thought most bars 18 and over at a certain time.
Nah, there was a ton of kids there tonight,
Nice.
like
Okay.
teenagers,
All
eating
right.
with parents and things like that.
All right.
So
Cool.
yeah,
Cool.
yeah.
Cool.
Last thing, Glenn, who's winning the fight tonight?
You know, man, that's a tough one. I think I'm gonna go with Tank. I'm gonna go with Tank just because of that one hitter quitter power that's waiting to catch somebody.
I think it's a big jump for Ryan. This is a big
for sure.
jump.
But he's got a lot of fights under his belt. You know, this isn't some fresh-faced rookie. So yeah, we're gonna see. But I'll be watching. That's for sure.
Look at Tonsi. If me and Glenn are swinging from the chandeliers and they trade out the first, that's gonna suck.
I tell you what, Jimbo, you better when you see me, if you see me starting to put down too many, you might have to remind me how long of a night it is.
That's right. I'm gonna have to pace you, dude. Pace you. Sip at a time, bro.
Get that fire water in me, man. It starts going down a little too quick.
Dude, I'm so excited to meet Don, man.
I know. It's going to be awesome. Everybody.
All you guys, for sure. Yeah, so make sure you come out 7:30 like the poster says. We're looking forward. But that's all for us tonight. We'll be back on Tuesday. Make sure you're here. We wanted to chat up with you guys and give you the huge announcement because we wrapped up all the details today. So we'll talk to you guys soon and have a great night.